Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Shmokey here. I'm very excited because House of the Dragon Season 2 is coming out, and it's coming out very soon. I should find the date for it, but it's coming out very soon, and there's trailers dropping and everything. On my BitChute channels, I made videos about House of the Dragon. We did recap videos and watch-alongs and things like that. We had a fun time. Now, I, with the rest of the world, thought, how could they recover after season 8 of Game of Thrones, and even earlier in Game of Thrones? I had a lot of problems with Game of Thrones. I loved it. It was such a good show. It was like my everything. All my friends would get together and we'd all watch it together and talk about it. It was like this annual thing, and then when it came out, it was like weekly thing. It was just this massive thing, and then they screwed it up when they sort of reached the books. This is all sort of known stuff, when they reached the books, they kind of stuffed up and they deviated and didn't know what they were doing. And then D&D got offers to do Star Wars trilogies, and their focus was elsewhere, and they just phoned in the ending. And what really got it for me was bloody the Night King's death. That just, when Arya stabbed him, I was like, I'm done. They don't care. I don't care. So here, to finish that thought, House of the Dragon comes along, and I go, oh, I don't know if I'm going to like this, but I do like it. It was really good. The dialogue was like the early seasons of Game of Thrones. The characters, people like Daemon and Rhaenyra, and like all these awesome, and King Viserys, and all these awesome people. I was like, holy shit, they've done it. They're doing it again. Let's just hope they don't stuff it up. But I know through other YouTubers like Nerdrotic and stuff like that this. Well, I've got the book as well, so like this is a finished story. And there is an ending to it. I don't know that ending because I haven't read The Dance of Dragons, but it does have a conclusion as where Game of Thrones just sort of didn't. Yeah, so I'm excited. Especially, I'm just looking at the characters here. You can see, if I go full screen, you can see the characters. Rhaenyra, I could just go through every character and say what I like. I really like Rhaenyra because I like the young actress, but I like the new actress now. Now, I know she's like, if you watch my stuff, I don't really like the woke content, just like the rest of the world. We don't really like woke stuff and like this silly non-binary stuff, and she thinks she's non-binary, the actress. I don't really believe in that stuff. I think like men and women, there's like men and women, so like she had a quote of like, oh, I think I'm so great at playing a woman. Well, you are a woman, so like so I want to show respect and stuff, but I can't go around saying they, them and shit like that. So I do respect Emma Darcy. I do, but she's a woman, and that's that. But she's really good. Let's focus on the story stuff. It's really good. Well, I'll finish by saying the wokeness. There's no real wokeness in the show. There's a couple of moments. There's like girl boss stuff, but like it's a girl centric. It just happens to be a sort of girl centric story anyway, with like lots of females. And if you know me, I don't have a problem with that. I'm down with the cool female characters. So, all that aside, Rhaenyra, awesome. Actress is awesome. Aemond, he's got the stare, he can do everything. Daemon, my favourite. I'm Team Daemon. I love Daemon. Alicent, the actress, once again, she's so good and beautiful, and she just gives off the air of a princess, and it just works. And then you've got people like Aegon and Sir Christian Cole. I like him. The Valerians, they've got a lot to say in the story. A lot going on about them. There's a few Lannisters and Otto Hightower. He is fantastic, isn't he? Isn't he just great? The actor, Rhys Ifans. That's his name. He's got a weird name. But yeah, there's some real good actors and real good characters, and that's what I care about, the characters. The dragons, not just the fighting, but why the fighting is happening. I'm really intrigued with all these subplots and all this intrigue and all these they're playing the Game of Thrones, but this is 100 or whatever years earlier. So let us, after all that, let us check out a couple of trailers. We're going to check out a couple, okay? So let's begin.
Many weeks ago, my lord husband was alive,
Alicent.
and the realm was at peace.
King Viserys, yeah, he died.
On his deathbed, he knew the realm would never accept a queen. Rhaenyra's supporters will believe what they wish. But Viserys wanted Aegon to succeed him.
Because he yelled at Aegon, yeah.
They wish now not for the good of the realm,
So
but
Eric,
for the satisfaction of vengeance.
the dragons,
Not against the king, and I will pay it back 100 times over.
Aegon.
I'm as fearsome as any of them.
You have no idea the sacrifices that were made to put you on that throne.
Daemon and Aemon.
If he dares face me,
Oh,
we will prevail and bring forth peace. But you must accept that the path to victory now is one of violence.
Good. To war, then.
nice.
All my life,
Looking
I
good.
endeavoured to serve both my house and the realm. And somehow none of it matters.
Hold to your courage! For the one true king, Aegon!
Chose me, his firstborn child, to succeed. He held to his decision until death. And yet, Alicent's son sits my throne. I need to fight this war and win it.
The realm will soon tear itself apart. If men do not remember the oath sworn to King Viserys and to his rightful heir.
The
Nice.
house are marching. You must crush this beast at its head.
Our terms are very simple. Renounce the false king and bend the knee to the king, or your house burns.
When the desire to kill and burn takes hold and reason is forgotten, you will not even remember what began the war in the first place.
We fight for our queen!
If you would have begun.
June 16. Well, that's looking real good. I mean, look at the... Let's just find a frame. Let's just find a frame here. Look at the... How it looks, the visuals. It looks on point. Just like the first season. It's looking real good. Just check my camera. The dialogue is sounding really good. This is what I wanted. This is, the teasing of Aemond and Daemon, a standoff, like that is going to be, epic. All these dragons, I forget all the names of the dragons, but, certain ones belong to certain people and they fight for different sides. And as far as my understanding, the greens and the blacks, which we're going to get to those trailers in a second, it refers to the blacks as in the garb that they wear, the color clothing that they wear. And Rhaenyra, she's always wearing the dark, and Daemon is dark, very dark. And Alicent's always had her green frocks and her dresses. So I think that's where it sort of comes from. But I mean that trailer, I actually did watch a trailer from my channels previously, and it's not this trailer, it was a different one. I didn't like the look of it. I was looking at the camera going, uh-oh. I was a bit worried. But this is looking much better. The ship is back on course. I want to see all these great... Aegon here seems like another Mad Joffrey sort of situation. If we just go frame... select a couple of frames here. Very. I like this cinematography. I like things that... shows and movies that use good cinematography and make every shot look like it's an epic. So even just walking into the throne room. I'll turn this down. She's confused. That's not why he was yelling out Aegon, but that's a whole other thing. So I'm just looking for some characters here. So that's Chris. So Aaron or Eric. There's the twins. Remember their sideline, their side story. Otto, Rhaenyra herself. There's Aegon Jr. with his madness and Alicent trying to put him in order. Here's my favourite, Daemon. So I've been really enjoying Doctor Who. Check out my Doctor Who videos if you want to see some exciting stuff about that. We talk about Matt Smith a lot. He's excellent. I'm Team Daemon all day. But then there's Aemond, so that's sort of his foil. Lots of cool dragon shots. So it's just on the surface level looking really good. I should do a rewatch of the first season so everything's really fresh in my head, because there's a lot of side stories and stuff. But that's cool. We checked that out. And 11 minutes. Okay, let's check out the green and the blacks. Let's start off with the green trailer, and then we'll finish with the blacks, because I'm giving this away, but I'm Team Blacks. Yeah, basically.
Many weeks ago, my lord husband was alive, and the realm was at peace. On his deathbed, he knew the realm would never accept a queen. Rhaenyra's supporters will believe what they wish, but Viserys wanted Aegon to succeed him.
They wish now not for the good of the realm, but for the satisfaction of vengeance.
Plot against the king, and I will pay it back 100 times over. I'm as fearsome as any of them.
You have no idea the sacrifices that were made to put you on that throne.
My uncle is a challenge I welcome. If he dares face me.
We will prevail and bring forth peace. But you must accept that the path to victory now is one of violence.
Good. To war, then.
All my life, I've endeavoured to serve both my house and the realm, and somehow none of it matters.
Hold to your courage for the one true King Aegon!
Okay, so we had already seen that. I understand what they've done. They've done the green and the black, and then they mashed it up into the one trailer. So we've seen it all. This is 11 days ago this all dropped. So I just want to put this on loop. If I can get my software to work. There we go. So just to end it with, I am excited. I think you should be too. I mean, it's gonna be awesome. The Dance of the Dragons, the dragons are secondary to all the characters and what they've got to say to each other. Dialogue that I wish I could write. I try to write some stuff sometimes. I wish I could write like that. It's so good. All the people involved, George R. R. Martin and the showrunners for this and stuff. I was shocked, just like everyone else, at the end of the first season with little Luke, Paul Luke, Lucerys, getting chomped into 1,000 pieces in one bite. My jaw was on the ground, and I realized that war was about to start. And the season was almost like this big lead up to war is about to happen. And that's what we're going to see, is this civil war between the Targaryens with a few other factors, few other people involved. I just wanted to have a look at some of the characters again. Because remember, we have like Corlys, Valerion, and stuff like that. Viserys is gone now. But the big players, yeah. Rhaenyra, I want to see how she didn't react well to Luke. We only got a moment of that, but she didn't react well to his death. She's gonna start a war because of this. Aemond is sort of Daemon's foil, and we've got Alicent, who is playing the Game of Thrones. She is very clever and she loves her boys, even though her boys are, especially Aegon II, is like, horrible. Like, he's a womanizer, and he's not as bad as Joffrey, but he's pretty bad, and like, yeah. So I keep on saying the same things. I'm excited. We'll probably just end it there. We can do another video on like some lore and some stuff about that. Maybe when I do rewatch the first season, we'll talk about some of the lore and stuff. That would be fun to do. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you out in Winterfell. I'm trying to think of an ending. I'm trying to think of a smart ending. Westeros. I'll see you out in Westeros. Okay. Alright, bye everyone. Bye-bye.